massive part of building confidence and becoming successful is having the guts to challenge your negative beliefs. And believe me, that might sound easy on a YouTube video, but to begin with, it's a terrifying thing to do. Because within looking at your existing limiting and negative beliefs, you've got to face all of those individual fears. One of the biggest fears that people have is the fear that other people will judge them and what will other people think about them. And a lot of our fears are trapped in our past. You worry that if you start trying to be a better person, people that have known you for a long time are going to look at you differently. They're going to react badly. They might shout at you. They might bully. I'm not saying these things will happen, but these are the fears in your head. You've got to face all these fears: shame, embarrassment. A lot of it is around things that make you feel uncomfortable about yourself. So it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to continue going about your life in your day unhappy, but to not challenge these existing negative limiting beliefs. Because I grew up with the same of all the beliefs you guys did: not feeling good enough, feeling ashamed, always feeling that I don't deserve to be happy, or if I try new things, what would that person think? But when you think like that, you don't get nowhere. You've got to stop caring about what other people think, and you've got to care more about what you think. When you start to care more about what you think, you generally don't have that fear no more, because that fear is what bullies you. That fear that you allow other people to have over you, and that control stops you. And basically what you're doing is, whether you realize it or not, you are living for the opinions of other people. So let's say, for example, you wanted to start a YouTube channel, you were so passionate about it, but you didn't do it because you were worried that your friend wouldn't like it, or existing people that you're around, or society. So you don't make the YouTube channel. So what you're doing, you're suffering, your mental health suffering, you're unhappy, you're depressed, you're not happy in your life. So you're giving up your happiness to accommodate, to basically stop someone having an opinion towards you. I'd rather do the latter. I'd rather set the YouTube channel up, let them think what they're going to think, let them judge you, but then when you weigh it up, you're going to be more happier. So if you don't set the YouTube channel up, you save yourself the criticism of someone judging you, which brings up some anxiety or adrenaline, if it affects you and you allow it to, but then you've got a lifetime worth of unhappiness, versus set the YouTube channel up, get all those good emotions, follow your passion, don't give a stuff about what people think about you or what they say about you, and eventually people get tired. When bullies or when critics can see that they can't get you, they just get bored and move on to someone else. So it really is about standing up to yourself, but more so the external people that you care about. It's actually more the internal fears, your internal beliefs, which can be so convincing. They're so good at lying, they're so good at bringing up fear and anxiety and adrenaline and negative thoughts, feelings and emotions that you allow them to defeat you. And I think of it like a boxer. I think of it like a champion in history, one of the great Mexican fighters that are relentless. Or if you look at Rocky Marciano, or you look at Marvin Hagler, they just kept coming forward. No matter how much they got hit, how strong the person was, how they tried to intimidate them, they were fearless. They just kept coming forward. They just kept coming forward until they won. Or they refused to lose. Or if they did lose, they went out a champion. So in the same way, when you challenge your existing limiting beliefs, as they're coming at you and they're bringing up those horrible, yucky emotions in your stomach, and they're giving you those horrible, threatening stories in your psyche, in your mind, you're just coming forward, just coming forward like a champion. Eventually, that opposing negative force loses power. So you don't realize how powerful and how strong you are until you exercise your courage and your strength, right? It's pretty good. And this is not like I made this up, but this comes from my real experience. So the way that you do it is by saying, right, this is what I want to achieve. I want to make more money, or I want to be more confident of people. I want to make certain. See, a lot of people feel like this. I used to go through this myself. I used to be in agony. I was in absolute agony and pain and depression. A lot of people feel that they are not allowed to make changes in their life because they don't deserve it, and because it's not possible for them, and because other people won't like it, other people won't support that change. But you've got to realize that you've got the God-given right to make changes if you want to make changes for the better. Why can't you? You can make more money if you want. You can change where you live. You can change your social circle. You can improve your physique. You can change your diet. That's your God-given birthright. Anybody's allowed to do that. But you have to face your own fears. You've got to take responsibility. You have to stop caring, because if I sat there and I asked for approval from my friends growing up, I'm not saying all, most of them wouldn't have given it to me. They wouldn't have cared. Jealousy, whatever. So you have to stop seeking approval from people that are not going to give it to you anyway. And you have to give the approval to yourself. You have to build your confidence. Now, I always say this, if you physically cannot do it, there's no shame in that, then get a mentor. Find a mentor that you trust, that you like, that you know in your own heart has got your best interest at heart and is going to help you. They're going to facilitate an environment that's positive, that's encouraging, that's truthful and honest. They're going to call you out on your bullshit, and they're going to help you to get from A to B. So anybody can do it, the right mindset. And sometimes when you start trying to voice your passions and your goals, you will hear the inner conversation saying, who the hell have you? You ain't got a right to say it. You're no one. You're nothing. Look at all the mistakes you've made, or look at how you grew up, and you have to ignore that. You have to see how many people in the world have gone from object poverty and become millionaires, or gone from a bad life and turned their life around. You know, they might have gone from living life the wrong way and becoming a much better person. So it really is about having the guts. And through this process, which isn't an easy process, which is why you value it, the confidence and the self-esteem and the mindset that you're going to build is going to be iron. You're going to be a champion because you've gone through these things, not despite. So I only got here, I only became successful myself and helping so many people, which is even better than achieving success myself, because I had the guts to be honest and own my existing limiting and negative thoughts, and to challenge them and disprove them through a process of taking action, listening to motivational messages, surrounding myself with positive people, educating myself, being more conscious of being a better person, changing my diet, changing my lifestyle, not blaming people, taking responsibility, practicing these habits day in, day out, making these changes gradually, and before you know it, you get there. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I feel like I was going to pass out there, right? And try it, it will work for you, right? I'll speak to you soon. Remember, become fearless.